Hello, Shalom Aleichem, welcome back to another installment in this series, One Verse a Week. This week's Parsha is Parshat Korach. It can be found in your Bibles from Numbers chapter 16 verse 1 through 18 verse 32. This series is being prepared for the reading cycle corresponding to the Jewish year 5779. If you have found this series or any of my other series to be a benefit to you, to assist you in your learning, I wish you would consider becoming a patron over on Patreon, or if you feel moved to make a small donation, you can do that via PayPal. You can find that information in the details below. Okay, let's get going. Parshat Korach. Okay, this week I chose, first of all, this parsha is a very dramatic parsha. Last week's parsha was also very dramatic. Okay, so I chose Numbers 16:32. Let's read it through a couple times in Hebrew. V'tiftach ha'aretz et piha v'tivlo otam ve'et batehem ve'et kol ha'adam asher lekorach ve'et kol ha'rechush. One more time. V'tiftach ha'aretz et piha, v'tivla otam, ve'et batehem, ve'et kol ha'adam asher lekorach, ve'et kol ha'rechush. Okay, so the verbs, this is a verb-light sentence. We only have two real verbs here. Okay, tiftach comes from the shorish pei, tav, chet. It means patach, it means to open. Tiftach, this is in the feminine because aretz is a feminine word. So the aretz is doing the opening, therefore it is being conjugated in the feminine. Okay, tiftach. Tiftach ha'aretz. Okay, next verb, the exact same, if you'll see the same nukudot, the same pattern. The shorish here, the word is tivla, the shorish is beit lamed ein, bala. It means to swallow, or to gobble, to gulp. It is onomatopoeic, bala. Sounds like the word gulp. Okay, v'tiv la, to swallow. Okay, same conjugation pattern. Perhaps sometime over this summer I will finally get around to producing a series of videos that describes the verb system for Hebrew, at least in a basic manner. Okay, so anyway, we've got two verbs, tiftach and it opened. What opened? Haaretz. Okay, and tivla, and it swallowed. Okay, so let's go look at over here. We have words aretz, land. Again, it's feminine. Piha, the word here is pi, and it takes the possessive, feminine. Piha, its mouth. V'tivla otam, and it swallowed otam, swallowed them. Et haim becomes otam, it swallowed them. Ve'et batehem, bait is house, and it becomes, this is plural, batim, and it is possessed by hem, batehem, their houses. Ve'et batehem, and it swallowed, v'tivla otam, it swallowed them. Ve'et batehem, their houses. Ve'et kol ha'adam, and also ve'et kol ha'adam, all the man, this is in the plural. This is a singular word, but it means here plural group, each and every man. Asher lekorach, that was lekorach, for Korach, 2 or 4. Lamed means 2 or 4. Korach, of course, is our bad actor, the villain in this story, Korach. Ve'et kol haruchush, and all haruchush. The ha-ruchush. Ruchush means possessions, or wealth. Ruchush is one of those words that it doesn't mean just one thing. It's not. It is a word that is when given as singular, it doesn't mean one thing, like one possession. It means like somebody's storehouses, somebody's things. Also, you might see ruchushim. You might see plural possessions in that sense. In this sense, though, when it's given over as a singular, it means sort of inclusive. It means a group of things are implied in this one thing. Okay, one more time, let's read it. V'tivtach ha'aretz et piha, and the land opened up its mouth. V'tiv la otam, and it swallowed them. V'et batehim, and their houses. V'et kol ha'adam asher leKorach, and all the people that were for Korach, that were for or to Korach, meaning his crowd. V'et kol haruchush, and all of the wealth, all of the possessions. Okay, let's look at my translation. And the land opened its mouth and swallowed them and their houses and every person, that I put into brackets, that was for. This is not really in Hebrew. So asher, maybe that, maybe that can be said asher la. So maybe, the Korach and all the possessions. Okay, so ask a question: whose possessions? So it implies Korach's and these people, all their possessions, all their wealth. That's what's implied, but that's not necessarily what it says. Look at the Hebrew again. Ve'et kol haruchush, and all the wealth. That's all it says. It doesn't say their wealth. If it could have easily said ruchushehem or something like that, and all of it says batehim, all their houses. So it could also said ruchushehem and all their possessions. But it doesn't say that. It just says ruchush. Okay, that's going to be a sticking point when I reviewed the translations. So KJV, let's go ahead and do that. And the earth opened her mouth. Okay, again, I mentioned that the earth is feminine, therefore the KJV is okay. We would usually call it its mouth. But her mouth works because in truth, eretz is a feminine term in Hebrew. The earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up. Okay, little colloquial, swallowed them up. It could have just been swallowed them. And their houses. And all the men that appertained unto Korach. So this is sort of archaic, highfalutin English. But it's good. And all their goods. Yeah, all their goods. So it could have. So note that these are in italics. This is the KJV's method of indicating what is not in the Hebrew. So they're adding words in to make them intelligible in English. Okay, so it is not a literal rendering here because they've added words in. However, they have noted those words as being added in to alert the reader. Okay, so that's the next best thing. Okay, NIV. And the earth opened its mouth, okay, and swallowed them and their households. Okay, batehim, their houses, their households. Sometimes in the Bible, the term bait refers to more than just their house. It refers to their family, it refers to their clan. So that's okay. And all those associated with Korach. Okay, this is an interpolation. Associated with Korach, it says asher la, that were to Korach. So this is a bit of a interpolation to the text, together with their possessions. So it says their possessions. Note again the Hebrew, it says what? Hebrew says the eight kol haruchush, all the possessions. It doesn't say their possessions. So NIV is being interpretive here. They're saying that it means their possessions. They're most likely correct in their interpretation. However, they are, again, adding to the text without alerting the reader that they're doing so. They're interpreting the text for us without allowing the reader the maximum opportunity to interpret the text themselves. Okay, NRSV. The earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up. Okay. Along with their households and everyone who belonged to Korach. So Asherlah could mean belonged. Asherlah, that word to Korach, and all their goods. So it could mean that belonged to, but I don't think it means literally that. I mean, what does it mean to belong to somebody? Does that mean his family? Does that mean his hangers-on? Do one's followers really belong to the leader? So this is interpretive. So Asherlah could mean a little bit more than that, or perhaps I'm just being overly punkt. Okay, fine. Belong to Korach and all their goods. Again, we have the possessive that is not part of the original Hebrew, so that should be noted. Okay, JPS. And the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up with their households, all Korach's people and all their possessions. Okay, so people is ha'adam. So maybe this works. Kol ha'adam asher l'Korach is what it says. So kol ha'adam, all the people, asher, that word to Korach. So this is interpretive. It doesn't follow the order of the Hebrew. Nevertheless, this is I think okayish. All their possessions. Again, we have a possessive that pops in that was not in the original Hebrew. Let's see what the stone does. The art scroll. The earth opened its mouth and swallowed them and their households, and all the people who were with Korach. Asherlah, who were with Korach. Okay, that works okay. And the entire wealth. Ve'et kol ha'ruchush. Not their wealth. The wealth, the entire wealth. Okay, so this is more correct in terms of what the Hebrew actually says. So that is that. They leave the natural inferences in the Hebrew to imply what's being said. They leave it to the reader to imply what it means. The entire wealth, it means the wealth of the people that got swallowed up, all their possessions. So I like that. It saves some of the work in interpretation to be done for the reader. Okay, let's go look at the Hebrew one more time. V'tiftach ha'aretz et piha, and the land opened its mouth, or even her mouth. V'tivla otam, and it swallowed them. Ve'et batehem, and their houses, their households. Ve'et kol ha'adam asher l'Korach, and all the people that were to Korach or for Korach. All the people, yeah. So that's that. Ve'et kol haruchush, and all the wealth, all the possessions. Okay, that was that. Another parsha down. I hope you'll join me again next week. Kol tuv, hatzlacha rabba. Keep learning.